Hello everyone, this is Tom Nook. It's 4:05 p.m. this happy Friday, June 7th, 2024. Now for today's news. Some stunning news just in. We're moving forward with the construction of the Moreau Museum. Neither Blathers nor I imagine we'd be getting ready to build a museum on its very first day on the island. We're very grateful for everyone's cooperation. Anywho, we've started construction for the museum at the very spot where Blathers had his tent. So sorry to inconvenience you all like this today. 'Tis a shame to suspend your scientific endeavors. However, I hope having our splendid wow, I cannot read to start this episode. I hope having our splendid new museum completed by tomorrow will make up for this little setback. That was a little message Blathers asked me to pass on to all of you. That's all from me. Time for you all to get out and enjoy your day. Yes, yes. And what is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. Just like Tom Nook said in the last episode, we managed to not only meet Blathers for the first time, but pretty much give him all of the specimens necessary to get the museum up and running. We did a lot in the last episode. A lot of progress was made, but as you can see now, we have a brand new day ahead of us. Now, this day is going to happen in a couple of different parts. We're going to be doing some basic stuff here in the afternoon as we take care of a lot of the necessities that are in front of us. We're also going to see about getting our tent upgraded into a house. But unfortunately, it's also kind of raining right now, which dampens things just a little bit. Now, I do have a little bit of money that I'm going to put to the use here. So I'm going to hold this shovel, and what we're going to do is we're going to immediately dig up this 1,000 and turn it into another 10,000. These are all tree investments that I'm going to be using a little bit to get myself a whole lot more money later. For now, just going to bury that there. All sorts of things we're going to do around the island. So we got our pear trees growing. I've actually got a bunch of stuff sitting on the ground right there because it's just taking up all sorts of space in my inventory that I don't really have. All right, Nook Mileage Program. Esteemed Levi, we wish to express our gratitude for your continued use of the Nook Stop and the Nook Mileage Program. The item you claim via our redemption service is attached to this message. Thank you. So if you remember, at the end of the last episode, I bought one thing from our newly opened Nook Mileage Program, and that is a wetsuit. The Nook Incorporated wetsuit. I want to show you how this thing works really quickly. This is incredibly important. So, if you take a look at our Critterpedia, we've got 3 different categories here. And you might be going, wait a minute, 3? What are you talking about? We have insects, which we've already caught a number of so far up to this point. We've got fish, which I've only caught a small handful of. Then we have a third area, sea creatures. Now, this isn't a very big list, but hold on a second, it's completely empty. How do we go about getting these guys, you might ask? Well, if we put our wetsuit on, and I'll be honest, just out of sheer laziness, I'll wear this thing all the time just because it's constantly usable and it doesn't take up any, it doesn't prevent you from doing anything. It only lets you do this. Out into the water we go, and we're going to go off and start swimming around. Yes, it's probably a bad day to do this because of the weather, but you know what? The game really doesn't care. I mean, you can absolutely do this in the dead of winter. Why you would ever do that, I don't know. You're going to want to press Y to dive every single time you see bubbles coming up. And if you go over a shadow, you get yourselves a brand new specimen. Now, I am going to be picky and choosy about how I do this because we are going to be specifically going after new things as we swim around here. Once you're in the water, there's not a whole lot you can do. If you go near fish, you'll instantly scare them off. So that's something to pay attention to. But going after deep-sea creatures is honestly one of my preferred ways of making money because so many deep-sea creatures sell for so much, and it's the easiest thing to do. However, some deep-sea creatures are easier to catch than others. Now, you'll have different bubble patterns that will appear. Like, for instance, you got seaweed here. Different bubble patterns that will appear that will usually give away an indication of what the creature is going to be, and then there's also the shadow size. Now, a big shadow with bubbles streaming up in a straight line generally means that it's not going to be super rare. If the bubbles are a bit more sporadic, like they are here, where they're kind of going left to right, that is a general indicator that it's going to be something a little bit different. Now, that's a big shadow. I actually think this is going to just be more seaweed now that I think about it. Yeah, I don't think that was going... Oh, no, it's the other one that's also really common. The sea anemone. So those are pretty much the 2 that you'll get out of straight up and down bubbles. But if they're going a lot to the right and the left, and I did not mean to fat finger the right bumper there, that's generally a good idea that what you're going after is rare. What also tells you it's rare is if whatever creature you're going after runs away from you. I'll see if I can get a good example of this, but it might be hard to do. That one's not moving much, so it's probably not a super rare thing. We got ourselves a barnacle. Okay. Not something that's something super stationary. Generally, the ones that don't move around a lot are the least valuable. You want ones that actually run away from you. So let's see. Does that one? There we go. This one's actually scurrying along a little bit. Let's try to pick it up. And this one is, hey, it's a sea pineapple. Also, one of my favorite puns in the game. Your move, sea pizzas. I love that one for some reason so much. I don't know why. And I'm one of those people that hates pineapple on pizza, but I still think that that's a good joke. And no, it's not because I'm just an edgelord about it. I just genuinely think it's a bad combination. Okay, this guy right here, that one's moving actually quite a lot, so that's probably going to be a pretty good one. And it is. It's an octopus. That can be a pretty nice one. Now, let's take a look at our inventory space. I've still got space for 6 more. So let's continue to see what we can get as we swim on past the airport. I'm going to try to fill my entire inventory up with these guys, and then I'll just kind of set them over by the airport. Is that going to move? No, it's not. All right, I'm not even going to bother with you then, because that is almost certainly some seaweed or a sea anemone. Yeah, we'll set all these over by the museum. That way, when the next day comes, I can instantly get about to donating all of these things. So I'm thinking what's going to happen here with the future of these episodes is that each episode is going to represent pretty much a new day in a given week, at least for the first 7 episodes. And then beyond that point is when we're going to really start to see a lot of changes and a lot more time skipping, a lot more jumping between dates. Just because right now we are in what is essentially a tutorial period. And, is this one going to move a lot? A little bit. That actually just might be another octopus, but we'll see. No, actually, a brand new one. We got ourselves a mussel. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. But yeah, just because, yeah, we have a lot to do still here. I also love that I'm wearing the hat. How does this not come off of my head the second I dive? Answer me that one and stay fashionable, Nintendo. All right, this one's a little bit more on the medium side, so it might be a little bit different than what we've already caught. Hey, that's actually a seasonal one right there. We got sea grapes. Okay, that's one you can only get in the summer, I believe. I don't think it's available at any other time of year. So that's a bit of a, not necessarily a rare one, I think. I think it's pretty common. It's just extremely seasonal. So we got 4 spots left. We'll just continue. And I always usually just make a oh my good golly gosh, that is a huge shadow. Hold on a second. There's a possibility that's a sea bass, and my eyes are just playing tricks on me, but it is right by the pier, so I think I would like to go after that. So hold the frickin' phone. Let me get my fishing rod out here and see if we can't catch something big here. Also, I can actually make up more inventory space by putting these bells away. There we go. All right, let's take a look. Oh, yeah, that is definitely not a sea bass. That is, I think I actually know exactly what that's going to be. Got it. All right, and what do we have here? We have, hey, it's a ribbon eel. Okay, so that's a brand new type of fish. There are actually 2 types of eels, and oh, look at that. My freaking fishing rod broke right when I caught that, too. There are 2 types of eels that can be caught that have that unique, stretchy shadow. The ribbon eel is the more common of the 2. The rarer of the 2 is a moray eel. So you can eventually get your hands on one of those. These bubbles are coming up fast. So let's see. Is this one going to run away from me? A little bit, but not much. That might be another mussel, honestly. Nope, that's a starfish. Okay. Or sea star, excuse me. So we're getting new ones on every catch, which is awesome. Seeing if we can run. Almost every single time I make a trip around my island, I always run into at least 1 or 2 really rare ones. Which is great because, again, these are worth actually quite a lot, so it is worth going after these, but the rare ones can be pretty hard to pin down. All right, let's see. Can we get you? Ooh, man, that thing was booking it. That one. Hey, there's something special. We got ourselves a scallop. It oughter be savored. But hold on. Who is this man in the background? Hey, man, about that scallop of yours. Can I have it? Sure, here you go. Whoa, thanks for your generosity, man. Since you were cool about the scallop, I left you a cool recipe in return. The pearls you need for that recipe are rare, but you can sometimes find them on the ocean floor. I keep my eyes open for them, too, and I might even trade you a scallop if I find one. Forget give and take. This is called give and give. That's how we all win, you dig? Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to lay some truth on you. The deep kind. Feel this. Teach someone to fish and they'll have a fish for life, but if you give them a fish, that's just, easier. Consider yourself truthed. Yep, today is a good day. And off he goes. So, on your first catch of a scallop every single day, you will have the opportunity to meet Pascal, who, like he said, is going to leave us something in our inventory. We got the Mermaid Closet. He specifically deals in the mermaid furniture set, which can, like he said, only be crafted with pearls. So we're going to want to hang on to those. We're going to learn those DIY recipes. But pearls themselves are actually incredibly rare, and you're going to have to really look out for those just because that's the only way you're going to be able to make these furnitures. You're also going to need things like seashells and whatnot to make that happen. We will try to get the entire set because you can get a new recipe every single day, and you'll know when you have all of the recipes because he will just stop outright giving them to you. It does not take that long to unlock the entire set. Only a few weeks of doing this, and you should honestly have it. Just, again, keep going until you have a scallop every single day, and you'll have it done. It's not that hard. There we go. We got ourselves another mussel, so that's a little bit of a bonus there. Can use that for bells. I have space for one more, so let's see if we can't catch a final one here before I loop back around to shore. Here we go. All right, is it anything all that rare? Probably not, because it's not moving too much. And we got ourselves... Hey, another whelk, right back where we started. Cool, and there we go. All right, so there's a handful of things picked up. I'm going to now swim back to shore. And then I'm obviously not going to take my wetsuit off because I can't... I don't think I'll be able to get those. Well, actually, I think I can. That right there is a wharf roach, and I would very much like to catch it. Not that it's super rare or anything, but if I learn the mermaid closet here really quickly. There we go. So that's done. Now I can pull out my net really quickly. And we can catch that. I missed it. How in the heck did I miss that? I really should have just done the creep up. That was stupid. Okay, well, that was stupid. That was dumb on my part. Put it away. All right, well, I'm going to take the wetsuit off now, and what we're going to do is we're going to make our way back. Gosh dang it. Yeah, wharf roaches aren't all that rare, but I still wanted it because it was brand new. Alas. So we caught a whole bunch of new things out there while diving, which is good, because now if I ever catch those things in future, I can just instantly turn them in for money. So the more of these things we get in the museum, the faster I can start making money off of these things. So it's kind of a win-win situation here every single time I get something. So let's head on over here really quickly, and I'm just going to kind of plop all these guys right over here by the museum. So we'll do one of each, and it's going to probably take a minute. Let's see, place the ribbon eel there. There we go. And I think, can you actually stack them on top? Yes, you can, which is good. I don't think you can stack... Can you? Oh, yeah, you can stack them on top of these. Okay, cool. I actually don't know if the seaweed is... something that you can actually donate, though. I actually think it's only for those mermaid sets. So I also could be wrong about that. Place that one. We'll leave our other mussel with our other whelk, given that we can just sell those. Can I place the sea grapes here? I don't like the inconsistency in sizes of the tanks, though, because that does make my life a little bit harder. All right, there we go. Yeah, y'all just kind of chill in those tanks for a moment, and we'll sell you guys later when necessary. Okay, let's head on inside, and we're going to now talk to Tom Nook, get some things sold, and then we can keep going with this episode, because we got a whole lot of stuff to do, and we spent already a good chunk of this just doing some diving around. All right, so I want to sell, first things first. I only got a couple things to sell to you, but it's still worth doing. I won't get a ton out of these because they're not particularly rare, but it's something at least. Oh, 2,500 bells still. Like I said, the sea creatures, even at their absolute freaking least rare, they're just nice. Like, I think that only like a couple of them are worth less than 1,000, and they're so easy to get. So it's absolutely worth it. Ooh, a sleeping bag. Got a beach ball as well. What do we got? Slingshot vault. Oh, just the vaulting pole recipe has been added, and nothing really else worth talking about. So let's go talk to Tom Nook. Hey, buddy. Levi, hello. What would you like to talk to me about? About my home. Oh, Levi, have you made a decision about home ownership? Ready to move forward into comfort and luxury? As fun as living in a tent can be, a house gives you more space and helps you put down roots. Now, building a house means taking out a new loan in the amount of 98,000 bells. Yes, let's do it. Thank you for your business. I'll get construction started right away. By the way, you get to choose from 8 different colors for the roof. Could you please select a roof color from the list? I'm going to start with red. Let's just go with something basic. You have a red roof. I'll get that order in for you. Yes, yes. Oh, one more thing. Homeowners get an automatic Nook mileage program upgrade. Just give me one moment. All right, this is where things are going to get really interesting with the Nook Miles program. There we go. I've updated your program membership details, Levi. Now when you use the Nook Miles app, you'll have access to all the Nook Miles Plus benefits. Nook Miles Plus includes a nifty way to earn additional miles for special circumstances. You'll see the details when you launch the app, so please give it a look when you can. That is all from me. Your wonderful new home should be ready tomorrow. Quite exciting, yes. Okay, this is where things get crazy, and I did not mean to go into custom designs. Nook Miles Plus. Nook Miles with a plus. Your rank has increased and you can now use Nook Miles Plus services. Nook Miles Plus makes it even easier to earn miles as you go about enjoying island life. There is also a special redemption options that only Nook Miles Plus members can get. Please take advantage of this amazing opportunity. All right, so Nook Miles Plus here. You can see up here we have some additional things. Now, these are what we would consider daily challenges. Every single day, you're going to have 5 challenges at the top that are going to give you not just additional Nook Miles, but a bonus amount at times 2. However, once you have completed all 5 of these, you will still have more of these sorts of options pop up, but they will not have the times multiplier any longer. Now, there are even some that you can get that can be times 5. So we got DIY project, bugs, fish, capture a memory, spend bells to buy items, all sorts of different things. Now, there are different prerequisites here. 3 DIY projects, 5 bugs, 5 fish, capture a memory, and spend bells to buy items, 5,000 bells in total. These are all things that I can do relatively easily, but there's also more to this. Now, I'm going to get deep dive really quickly. Get myself some more of these miles because I do need them. We also got underwater understudy. I'm going to get 2 claims on these really fast because we've already caught ourselves a fair bit of those. And then we also got You Oughter Know from meeting Pascal for the first time. So we got a bunch of miles there from all of that. Now, as for everything else, let's check out the Nook Stop really quickly. And we're also going to get some more miles for that for our trip 3 days in a row. Congratulations on upgrading to the Nook Miles program. With this upgrade, you'll have access to even more redemption options. Let's go over the Nook Miles list again, because now we got a whole lot more that's been added. So really quickly, actually, is it just... No, I think we actually just still have these basic things, but that's okay. Okay, Pocket Organization Guide. 5,000 Nook Miles. That's going to take some time to get to. I'm actually going to go with the tool ring first. So let's do that. It is essential. 100%, but we're going to save the rest of our Nook Miles because I really would like to get that pocket upgrade. Your order's been printed. There we go. Now, how are we going to get this upgrade, of course? Well, it's very simple. We're going to start working on all of these Nook Miles Plus options. Learn how to easily switch tools. When I'm outside, I can press up on the directional pad to use the tool ring. Let's talk about this. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to favorite each of these, and we can put these in a different location on our tool ring. Just going to favorite each in a different spot. If they ever come in handy, we will be switching to them, and now I don't have to worry about going into my pockets every single time. This is a huge boon, and I am a big fan of this option, and I will be using it as often as I can. Watering can, although I think I actually might drop the watering can for the time being because I don't need it now. Do I have any branches on me? I do not. Okay, I'm going to need to go grab some things, but now we can start collecting various things that are going to be necessary for upgrading even further. So, real quick, let's take out our... I mean, I guess we have a vaulting bowl for the time being. I'm going to head on over here, and I'm going to start grabbing some stuff, and what I'm going to do is I am going to use this opportunity to craft a number of things while also hitting some more stones and seeing what we can get out of those. So let's... so now we can just go into our tool ring, select the shovel, and we can get to whacking. Although I don't know if my shovel is going to last all of the whacks, but we will certainly try. I think I ended up using my new shovel by accident when I selected this one, and my other one when I switched to it is probably just going to be like immediately dead. So, oops, that's my bad, but that's okay. We have extra wood and things of that nature for doing more. Oh, I know that's the money rock, but I need this more. No, hold. Quick, I don't know why I didn't go into my thing here. Did I get it? Oh, it's over there. Come here, you. I said come here. Thank you. Gosh. Okay, we got ourselves a new critter. The centipede. All right, so I'm not going to get a lot of money out of this rock, but that's okay. I will worry about that a little bit later. I have more things that I can sell in the future. All is well. And you know what? There's actually one other plan. Ooh, also, we got a snail here. Let's add this guy to our collection. These only appear in the rain, so make sure to look out for those on rocks whenever it is pouring like this. Okay, now back to our tool ring as I use the rest of my flimsy shovel. Another centipede! Well, I would have just caught that one if I had frickin' known it was going to pop out of both of them. Oh, well. Can we get more iron nuggets, please? No? Okay, well, I was kind of hoping for it. We'll go and smack more stones. We're also finally getting our hands on some clay here, which I wasn't able to get at all yesterday, so it's nice to finally have some of that. Not that clay is used for too many things. There's a reason it's actually not all that common, but still. I'm going to scare that guy right off. Sorry, little snail, but I only needed one of you. You guys don't even sell for all that much anyway. Okay, got myself another iron nugget. There we go. And yes, I am absolutely actively damaging my shovel every single time I whack these things, so that's something to keep in mind. Can I place some items here? There we go. And can we place another one, possibly? There we go. All right, is that all of them? Yes, it is. Okay, let's continue. Grabbing more branches. There was one more stone over here, was there not? At least I thought there was, but maybe I'm crazy. Or was it just the one by my house? Because I thought we had 4 in this main area, but maybe I'm wrong. I know there's one up above where my tent's at, over on this side, where I had to clear out some weeds last time. So why don't I vault on over there and get this rock taken care of? There we go. Come on, shovel. Last for me for a few more hits. Please. I just need more iron nuggets. Okay, cool. That'll be enough for me. There. All right, so grabbing all of that. Not bad. And, ooh, I see my message bottle up here, so I'm going to definitely go after that before I whip out my net, and then I'll show what we're going to do with that. So we got ourselves a gong. Okay, so this is actually just a straight-up furniture item that we can craft instead of having our mirror here. Why don't we take a look at the recipe for this real fast? Iron nuggets and wood. I mean, if I wanted to get that, I could. You also got the mermaid closet here. As you can see, requires shells and also a couple of pearls. All necessary. Oh, you have a lot of iron nuggets, but I'm still holding on to these because the iron nuggets are going to be incredibly handy for something later. So not going to be spending those on any DIY recipes just yet. All right, I'm going to get to tree shaking now, and I'm going to be doing so with my net out because this is going to be a good opportunity for me to actually get some good money should I run into any bad luck. And we're going to be moving all over the island. I'm also going to be going after fossils and whatnot, as more have definitely spawned today. None in my immediate vicinity, unfortunately, but don't worry, we will eventually find some. And again, I can add those to the collection for Blathers to take a look at. Now, the nice thing about fossils, okay? There are only so many fossils in this game, and you are getting a lot... Oh, hold on. Right there. Yes. Okay. This is a really nice and easy way to get yourself some more money. Every single day, more wasps are going to spawn in. And the thing about wasps is that as long as you have your net out, they are actually extremely easy to catch because you will always end up, your character will always end up looking in their direction the second they spot one. They'll be like, oh shoot, that's a wasp, but they'll look at it for a moment, which gives you enough time to wind up and give them the old catch, basically. So I'm going to drop all this stuff so I can get myself some more space here. So yeah, something to keep in mind that is actually incredibly important. Just keep your net out when you're shaking trees, and that way you'll never get stung. So I'm going to go grab myself the hive here, and then we'll just continue to make our way on over across. I guess, again, we're just kind of go all the way around the island here. We'll be fine. Oh, we got ourselves the furniture item. A fan. Okay, that could come in handy. Possibly when I actually get my house going. I mean, I don't know. Is he going to install a nice AC system? Is there going to be central heating? Who's to say? I don't know exactly how scrupulous and or unscrupulous Tom Nook is yet. He seems like a good capitalist, but there's absolutely no way of knowing that for sure. All right. Let's grab all this stuff. We're going all the way around, grabbing every single tree that I can, because now all of the excess wasps that I catch are just going to be straight up worth bells, and I want to say they're worth like a few thousand apiece, so... definitely worth going after, not to mention we're getting all these bells from the trees. Get some more tree branches. There we go. Ah, ha, 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 ha. There we are. Got ourselves another wasp. Okay. Okay, man. I am really hoping that when I change it to nighttime that we aren't still dealing with rain, because that's going to kind of put a damper on the things that I want to do when it gets late. But, alas, hopefully we'll be fine. Hopefully we'll be fine. Oh, hey, you guys. You know, I didn't talk to you. I'm going to put that away for a moment. Sup, Snuffle? Where are you headed? Let's just talk for a minute. Hey, how'd you sleep last night? The island's so quiet at night. It's almost weird. I mean, don't get me wrong. I slept like a log, but I wouldn't mind some more action around here. And then we can talk to Rory really quickly, who just walked away. Hey, don't go away. Oh, you're just going to abandon me like that? I guess he wanted to get out of the rain. Oh, well, that's fine. All right, let's get back to what we were doing really quickly. And in case anybody's like, did you not notice that thing at the bottom of your screen? Yes, I noticed it. Just bear with me. We'll get around to it. Don't you worry. So let's just keep shaking a little bit more, and then we'll make our way over into fossil territory and go from there. Here we are. Perfect. And I'm mainly doing this because I actually want to break my shovels so that I have an excuse to go make a new one for some of the coming attractions. So let's keep going. But yeah, we're getting ourselves some wasps, which is good. And luckily the hives themselves stack, so I can just keep grabbing those too. Just getting ourselves these bells, though. This is the main thing to go after here, so we can have a little bit of money to spend on things, and also so we can pay off that inevitable mortgage. I mean, or that loan. What is it, $98,000? Yeah, we're definitely going to need money for that in the future. But, you know, I can't do much if wasps are never going to actually spawn in, so let's go back to the vaulting pole and make our way over here. There we go. There's a fossil up ahead. Again, we'll save these for Blathers to have. So let's dig that sucker up real quick. There we go. And there goes my shovel. And I'm pretty sure my other one is already on the ropes. But I'm still going to favorite it. Put it right there. Until this thing dies, we're going to use it. So, back to the net. Yeah, we'll just kind of keep making our way around, enjoying this beautiful day. That's not so beautiful. Now, it is actually worth mentioning that rain is generally a very good thing to encounter. It usually has an effect on the fish that you will encounter. There is one fish that can be caught in the ocean that can only be found when it's raining, and it's actually an extremely rare fish as well. Now, I'm not going to be going for it right now just because the odds of me finding it, especially with my really crappy, flimsy fishing rod, is not that great, so I'll just kind of ignore it for the time being, but it's something to keep in mind for later as we continue to make our way around the island and as we continue to fill out our Critterpedia. So, there's another fossil. Grab that here in a second. Another tree branch. All right, let's switch on over to the shovel. Dig this sucker up. Is this going to be it? Is this enough? Because I want to make sure... Oh, no, we are still good. I am surprised how long these shovels are lasting. I'm pretty sure this one's on the ropes. Okay, so if a wasp drops at my feet here directly below the tree, which it didn't, but if it did, you can still catch it by just standing in place and swinging the net. That is something to keep in mind. You don't always have to be looking directly at it. I mean, you do, but it still counts if the wasps are on top of you. And they take a second to get going before they actually start chasing you, which gives you more than enough time to swing your net, again, should you already have it at the ready here, so... Oh, another furniture item. Wow, a telescope. That's actually quite rare. And actually worth a fair bit, but I will happily take that. And we can put that somewhere. The tree branch. Again, whoa! Hold on. There is a big fish in the pond. What the heck is that doing in there? I get the feeling that that's junk. But I'm still going to try to... Oh, do I not have my... I don't have my flimsy... Oh, that's right. I don't have the flimsy fishing rod anymore. Son of a gun. Well, I would have liked to have gotten that. I don't know why I did that. There we go. Put that back. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can't get to that. Oh, I guess there is just the one. Ah, man, I wish I had the fishing rod right now. I really need to get an outdoor DIY workbench going, which I can make right now, actually. I'm just trying to preserve my iron nuggets. It only requires one, though, so I probably just need to make the sacrifice and do it. Because that'll come in handy for situations exactly like that, where I see a fish I know I don't have, and then I can go after it. But all right, let's just kind of walk this. It doesn't look like I was able to really get any more wasps out of that situation, unfortunately. So we just have the one. Okay, yeah, that's right. Again, don't have a fishing rod. What am I doing? So I'm just going to kind of make my way back, I think. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Let's catch you. And then hopefully these two wasps are enough for me. It's going to be really nice when we can actually get a hold of some better tools here. But there we go. That's what I wanted. So one of the Nook Miles Plus things is done. Get our catch bugs right there. Perfect. That gives us some miles. We still need to spend, and we also need to sell, but we should get that out of selling our little guys, no problem. I also have DIY projects I need to complete, which the shovel, the DIY workbench, and the flimsy fishing rod should all be enough. We can also capture ourselves a memory here really quickly, which is this going to do me any good? Probably not, but I'm still going to do it anyway. I mean, aside from getting miles. So, and hey, actually, there's another thing we can do. Let's take a photo. And there we go. All right, so with that, we get ourselves a couple of things, which we'll talk about in a minute. But first things first, I'm going to go get myself a balloon. So now we get to finally put the slingshot to use. Just go directly under it, pull back, wait for it to go right above you, and boom. There you go. What do we got? Full pockets, of course. Dang it. I was really hoping I could actually do something with that. Okay, let's see here. Actually, let me just put the wetsuit on, and that actually frees up an inventory space. There we go. All right, what do we got inside? So usually and generally, oh, that's actually a nice one, an underwater wall. Generally, whatever is in the balloons is color-coded based on whatever color the balloon is. Now, yellow, this is not exclusively true, I believe, but generally, green balloons will usually have furniture in them. Yellow balloons generally have bells in them. I mean, you just saw right there, though, that it didn't. It actually had something completely different, so that's also something worth keeping in mind. So we got ourselves another extra bonus miles. Remember, I'm trying to get to 5,000 right now because I really want that pockets upgrade because we are obviously struggling for inventory space. But yeah, they're all color-coded. I think red is, either fruit or DIY recipes. Just something to keep in mind, but every balloon can be shot down. You really needn't just be like, well, I only wanted the one. And no, just grab everything absolutely everything you can. It's always worth going after. Trust me on that. Okay, what else do I need to do here? What else do I need to drop? I'm going to drop a couple furniture items here just to make myself a little bit more space. Oh, yeah, and I also need to drop a couple of those things over by museum. So let me do that really fast. Drop a couple more fossils over here. Well, I guess the 3 fossils that I dug up, since that's all worth it. Here we go, and there we go. All right, so that's a lot of things Blathers is going to wake up to tomorrow. Let's head on in. And we're going to go make ourselves a shovel, a fishing rod, and then we're going to talk about one more thing here in this area, and then we got to get to nighttime, because, oh my gosh, I've already spent a lot of time in this episode. Okay, so I'm going to sell these wasps and also the wasp nests and see what we can get out of this thing really quickly. So it should be a fair bit. 5,900. Okay, so is that... So it's at 2,750 each, I believe. I don't know. It's a pretty good amount. It's enough for me to get what I wanted to get. I needed to get at least 5,000. Now I'm going to head on into this, and I'm going to actually use Nook Shopping really quickly and take a look at our daily selection, as we have a few things here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spend enough to, again, clear the bar. So let's place an order for a garden faucet. Let's go with a drying rack. And then also, let's get the 2 things that are going to be gone the soonest, which is actually these things right here. And then we'll kind of save the rest of these for a little bit later. So that should be more than enough bells spent just to get myself the Nook Miles thing complete. I got a few things, actually. So, ooh, yeah, look at this. Let's claim all of these, and then we should be a lot closer to getting ourselves that pockets upgrade, which we're actually going to get even closer here in a moment. So we've done all our times 2s except for the catching fish part. I also got Shop To It done. So that's going to give me a few more things. And then, and this is actually really important too, because the more you do this Shop To It, you're actually going to start to get yourself you're going to work yourself towards an app that you're going to really want to have that allows you to access the shopping from your phone. So definitely something worth going after. Another 300. Okay, I am 120 away. I am incredibly close. Let me see. What is this? I can get more wood for Nook Miles. Trees or shrubs. Oh, man, these are all absolutely tempting things. But I know one guaranteed way we can go get miles right this second. So, the last thing worth mentioning, and this is something that appears pretty early on, at least if you know, certain events will start doing this immediately, is every single day, barring Sundays and Saturdays in the future, you can have random events and random people show up on your island. One of those people is this guy. Honk shoe, snoring sounds, etc., etc. Yum, 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 yum. The waves are right at the pool noodles. Okay, just wake up already, buddy. You're just going to have to keep talking to him eventually until he freaking wakes up. There we go. Once you get the merp, you know you're good. Do you have my pickled herring pizza? I already tipped online, so... Wait, I don't see a pizza. Where am I? Who are you? Who am I? Oh, hang on. I know that one. I'm none Oliver, then Gulliver, a seafaring seagull of the seven seas. Were you the one who just kept nudging me just now? Thanks for the wake-up call. Those tasty hallucinations tend to sneak up on me. Can you find it in your heart to forgive this waterlogged bird brain? I'm reading your vacant expression as a yes. Phew. Guess I dozed off and tumbled overboard again. That's an endearing character trait of mine. My crewmates love it when I slip over the bow. Don't worry, the fellows will be here to rescue me in no time. Got an ace up my wing, you see? I'll just call for help using my handy-dandy. Oh gosh! My handy-dandy communicator's broken. This isn't handy or dandy. Ah, sardines. It's all cracked and busted. Looks like it's missing a few communicator parts, too. That means I'll have to wait for my crew to find me on their own. It could take a while. I've only got enough nautical puns to last for a couple of hours. You! Yes, you! Will you help me find my communicator parts? I guess so. Oh, thank you. Your heart must be almost as big as your head. Excuse me, sir. The communicator parts are probably buried in the sand somewhere. I'm just missing 5 parts. If you'll find them, I'll try to cram them back in here. I'm sure my crewmates are looking for me, so I'd better stay here and watch for the boat. I'll leave the searching to you. I believe in you, partner. I don't have much of a choice. Okay, so we have a task ahead of us, which is to look for these communicator parts. Now, what we want to look for in particular are these little spots in the sand right here where occasionally water spouts out. We're going to dig. And we're not going to get a communicator part, but this is actually the other thing that you can find when this associated quest is not happening. This manila clam could be used as fishing bait. I've got an idea for a DIY recipe. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. Right here, what's the new thing we got? Is there a new one in the... Okay, well, right here. Fish bait, manila clam. Every single time, manila clams can be used to make fish bait. Fish bait can be tossed out into a section of the water, whether it be the river or the ocean, and every single time you toss it there, instantly a fish is going to appear. Now, I'm assuming that these spots were already predetermined by, I don't know, whatever. So those manila clams were already set in stone, but if we continue to search along the shore here, we'll eventually find a number of these wet spots. And these are what we're specifically looking for to get those communicator parts. And boom, there we go. There's our first one. We need to get 5 of these in total, so 4 more to go after. Let's just continue to follow our way up the shore and see if we can't get more. Just gonna keep an eye out here as I walk along. Now, this part can actually get kind of tedious, but I'll be honest, it never really takes me more than like 5 minutes to find all of these things. But you are going to probably want to walk the length of the entire beach, not to mention circling back can sometimes get them as well. The chances of you finding the communicator parts in the wet spots is really, really, really high until you have all 5. And the other thing is that if you ever end up getting extra parts, which is something that can absolutely happen, beads will actually turn into... Oh, gosh, I forgot that they don't stack. Shoot. Yeah, that's right. Gosh dang it. The communicator parts do, but the manila clams do not. But if you ever have... Oh my gosh, stop. I don't need these. I need the frickin' parts, please. Thank you. I was going to say the odds are high, but I'm getting really unlucky right now. Anyways, as I was freaking saying... hold on. Is that a... I don't think that's the biggest size. I'm actually going to catch this fish really quickly. Just hang tight. Never mind, I did not catch that fish because I totally thought I missed my throw and then immediately reeled it back in, and for some reason that still caught the fish's attention, so I was completely wrong in that assessment. My bad. Anyways, yeah, if you get excess communicator parts, they roll over to the next day and they will actually turn into rusted parts. Now, rusted parts are actually necessary for one of the most expensive DIY crafting things in the entire game. In fact, you will need 30 of them. Now, the good news is that every single time Gulliver leaves, one of these rusted parts will show up in your recycle box over at Resident Services, so you can also get them that way. But you'll only be able to get 1 per time Gulliver shows up, and yeah, that takes forever because Gulliver will only ever show up at maximum once per week. So grab all these. We got 4 now, which is pretty good. Just checking for fish. Okay, yeah. I'm so bad at depth perception and perspective, but I'm looking in particular for almost the biggest, but not the biggest shadows, which... Oh, actually, I think I got it. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Hello there. We caught ourselves a red snapper. Now, this is actually a very valuable fish that is worth 3,000 per. So I wanted to make sure that I got that because those are pretty much the only fish that you can find of that shadow size out in the ocean reliably. That one's a little too big, I think. So I'm just going to bypass that one and continue to make my way up here. Did I just say make up my way? Am I turning into Mario? Or am I turning into like an Italian Vanessa Carlton? Make up my way downtown. Sorry. Where's the frickin'... hello, I thought I just saw one right here. Am I crazy? I might be losing my mind. Okay, never mind. Up here, possibly. No? I don't want the summer shells. I mean, the summer shells are nice. Oh, there! I knew there was one. There it is. Our final communicator part. Let's go take this back to Gulliver in a hurry. And then we can call it quits here and move on to nighttime, which it looks like we're not going to be spending too much time on because this episode ended up going longer than I expected it to. My gosh, I did not think we were going to have so much to do during the day, but it just kind of turned out that way. So over we go, and then we can talk to Gulliver, who's way over here. I could continue to dig, but I don't want to waste more time. Did you find him? Got him right here. Oh, that's them. Those are definitely my communicator parts. Come here, you little troublemakers. How the heck do you even know that those are still working? All right, the pieces are crammed back in here. Let's see if this thing can send a message. Gosh, what are these phones made out of? Oh, hey there, crew. It's me, your brother from another rudder. So listen, it happened again. Can you swing by to pick me up? Send in my coordinates now. Gulliver, over and out. There, that should do it. You're the best. Thanks for all your help. I promise to return the favor. Be sure to check your mail in a few days. I'm going to send you something that'll knock your flippers off. Just make sure you put some flippers on before you open it, okay? I'm saved. Nothing to do now but pace back and forth for the next few hours. Better get started. And there we go. There is our final set of Nook Miles that I wanted to get. Gulliver's Travails. You can see 1 of 1. We get 300 more, which is exactly as much as I am going to need, if not more, to go get myself that pocket upgrade. So let me grab that really quickly. Oh my gosh, this episode just keeps going and going. And you know what? I think I'm going to have to make a compromise here because I can't do another 20 minutes of this episode. That's just too freaking much. We're going to get the Pocket Organization Guide. Reading 5,000 miles for this? Absolutely. Now generating Pocket Organization Guide. All right, let's take a look. The order has been printed. So what do we have here? Huh, okay. I see, this totally makes sense. I love that. That is my favorite thing. It's just like, I read this and now I understand it. I learned some tricks for organizing my belongings. I bet I can carry a bit more stuff now. Let's take a look and boom, we have ourselves an entire additional row. Now, if you can believe it, we're not done yet. There is exactly one more row we can get, but this really does a lot to give me a lot more space, especially with a lot of my stackable items that I've been trying to carry all at one time. So with all of that said, guys, here's my compromise. We're not going to go to nighttime today. We're going to have to save that for a future episode, possibly tomorrow, but gosh, we're going to have a lot on our plate tomorrow as well. I will absolutely see what I can do. The good news is, though, is that tomorrow when we get our house done, a whole bunch of new opportunities are going to be afforded to us, not to mention that we can go and donate a crap ton of stuff to Blathers. There is a lot of work to be done, and this island is just getting started, but so far, I think we've made some pretty good progress for our first 3 days. Guys, thank you all so very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much. And I will see you all in the next one.